just received my package from Gatoros. Ordered it a couple of days ago and it's already here, so that's already pretty good service. So this is a zinc plating kit for a bunch of nuts and bolts, which I've got loads of. Just trying to find it. Right, what have we got here? Loads of paper and a few buckets. And a few lids. Here's the power supply. I opted for the better power supply for an extra tenner. I thought might as well have good quality equipment if you want to do a good job. Oh, this looks nice. Digital readout, voltage button, current button on and off, and it's even got a cooling fan on there as well, so that's pretty cool. I'm glad I went for that version. And in the buckets, what have we got? Pair of goggles, power lead for this aquarium filter. Apparently this is to agitate the water and get you a quicker, get the process done quicker. This looks like it's a water heater. Yeah. Rubber gloves, instruction manual, zinc anodes, some wire, more wire, ooh, passivate, yellow passivate, xylite. God knows. Clear blue passivate, nuns, xylite maintenance, and a load of powders here as well. Dry acid salts, alkaline cleaner, zinc chloride, ammonium chloride, more of that, and zinc chloride. Oh God, I can't even repeat those words. There's loads of bits in there. I think the only thing I need to get, just cardboard, is some distilled water. And I think I've got some at home. More cardboard. Cardboard. So there's a complete kit. I might have to read those instructions somehow. It's supposed to be pretty easy. The guy on the phone was really helpful as well and told me exactly what I need to do what I need to do. So well, let's start reading and setting this thing up. So it says here, empty the ammonium chloride and zinc chloride bags into the tank. And that is that and zinc chloride. Okay. Into the tank. So just need to check this because it says zinc chloride and hydrous. So I'm going to make sure that there isn't a different zinc chloride. No, but there's two of these. What it doesn't explain is everything that I've got here meant to go into this tank or not? Obviously they give you two lots. Is this two separate lots for two different goes or not? This is a bit of a problem here. Basically it means I can't go any further tonight because I need to speak to this guy and find out what I'm needing to mix for this kit. Should it be one bag of each or two bags of each? It's about 8 o'clock at the moment. I seem to remember there was a mobile number for this Gator's plating, so I'm going to see if I can give them a call. Right, I've done me a little bit of research and apparently you've got to use both bags of both stuff. And also it talks about ventilation as a lot as well. So I've moved to this side of my workshop where I've got my fan, which eventually when I'm going to be zinc plating, I'll switch on and it will just suck out all the dirt and give it to the neighbours. So anyway, yeah, I've got to mix this up in here. I think I should put the gloves on. I will do that, but not yet. Right, so that's that lot in there. Now, it says so, empty the ammonium chloride and zinc chloride bags into the tank, add 8 litres of RO, I don't know what that is, distilled or deionised water. Right, so 8 litres of that. It's a manky old thing, this. Two. Yeah. A lot more. I just had to rush out of Tesco's to get this lot. Probably wondering what I'm up to. It says mix until thoroughly dissolved. Xylite. This one. Xylite. Shake the xylite. Make up. Oh no. Shake the xylite makeup. And add the contents of the tank. This is scaring me. Okay. Right, add 12 ml, 4 caps full of the Xylite maintenance. Here it is, Xylite maintenance. Do you know what? I could have got that the wrong way around and thrown a whole lot of this in there if I didn't read it properly. So, 4 capfuls. 1, 2, oh fuck. 3, 4. Right. Mix well and top up to 10 litres. Now I am scared of it. Yeah, brilliant. I will marvel when I can get all my nuts and bolts looking all lovely and new.
Right, sweetheart. Well, it's Luke's.
Yeah, I'm filming at the moment.
Sorry.
You can put it, yeah, if you want to put your dinner, put dinner on.
Alright, because it's getting later and later.
She always does that. When you're finished mixing the chemicals, use a permanent marker or sticker to make a note of the level of the electrolyte. This means that if some of the water evaporates, you can top it up to the correct level. When the temperature gets low or water begins to evaporate, you may find the chemical salts will recrystallize. This is normal. When the temperature rises and more water is added, the crystals will dissolve. One way to keep the level of water topped up is to use a spray bottle filled with distilled water to rinse items as you pull them out of the tank. This both reduces drag out loss and replaces evaporated water. Clever tip. Alright, so if I mark that, on my uneven worktop, you know what, it is about there. Okay. So that's the first part of this process. So this is the stuff which actually adds on along with the anodes, wherever they've gone. I've lost my anodes. Won't be the first time, you know. So the next stage will be hanging these things in there, and the zinc comes off of these and goes on to whatever you're plating, apparently. Right. Yeah, so this is what plates your items, but you've obviously got to clean your stuff as well. So I'm going to read up about that and see what I have to do to set up the other buckets. So I bought the ultimate kit, which is everything in it, which seemed more worthwhile doing because I didn't want to run around looking for bits and pieces separately. I've got to do a bit more reading. Okay, I've been doing a little bit more research. So, what I gather, coming.
Right.
My dinner's ready. Tuna with mash and mushy peas. I don't want to eat, I want to do this. I'll be back in a sec. Right, I literally ate my food in about 3 minutes and I made myself a cup of tea. So what I've worked out is that this copper wire, glasses, anyway, this copper wire goes through these anodes and this goes into that fluid. My glasses on. Right, day 2 of this process. I ran out of distilled water, so I had to literally go and clear off every bit of distilled water I could find from anywhere. Pound shop was the best place because I got all of this for £2.50, 5 litres. I bought 5 of those today. Right, so it says for the GP1 cleaner, the alkaline cleaner, so you mix this stuff, the alkaline cleaner, it says 50 grams per litre. So I'm going to put 10 litres in there, that's 500 grams, which is what the bag is. Apparently it's quite caustic and it lets off fumes, so I'll be using my fan as well. Getting rid of, I've marked up my bucket as well. So let's get 10 litres of this in there. And switch on my fan. I need to put my rubber gloves on, I don't know how caustic this is. It must be bagged because it's double bagged. I keep looking out because my dinner's ready and I know she's going to come out to tell me the food's ready. Let's just give this a stir. It's quite lumpy. And apparently the water warms up while you're doing this. She was just letting me know my dinner's ready. Yeah, it's quite lumpy. Maybe it will break down. It's yeah, I didn't realise I needed so much distilled water. They must be thinking I'm cooking crystal meth or something at all the local shops with the deionised water I'm buying. Is that what they make crystal meth out of? Oh shit, it's spilling down the side there. I can't feel any heat on it. Well, that's kind of mixed up now. Sort of. Again, you can feel like the little crystals at the bottom of the plastic. I've got to go. she's like my mum. She gets annoyed with me for spending too much time in here. Right. I think that'll do for now. I'm going to let that settle. Eat me dinner. Chicken wings and chips today. And then come back to it. Where's that lid? The good thing about these buckets is because they've got lids and they'll seal watertight, I can store them somewhere away from here. So that's the alkaline cleaner. And when I come back after dinner, I'll mix the dry acid salts as well. And they're the two cleaning processes. And then the last one I've got to do is the passivate. And I'm going to go for the yellow. And in theory, I'm ready to start electroplating. Exciting times. Next is the dry acid sauce, and I've got one bucket prepared. I've just cleaned it. Right, so there's literally a world shortage on distilled water. Or there is a shortage of distilled water here in Essex now that I've started this. So scared, I'm going to have to drink some of my tea. Make the yellow passivate to 9.7 litres of distilled water, deionised water, add a bottle of YTP 600, part A and part B, and mix well. These two in 9.7 litres of water. Alright. And I'll dispose of that carefully. This is part B. It says you mustn't touch this with your hands. How frightening is it to have something in your house or in your workshop that you're not even allowed to touch with your hands? Oh, shit. That's me trying to be extra careful. Put it all in the bag, and what I do is toss it over the neighbour's garden. I don't mean that, of course, that's just a joke. So, in theory, I'm ready to go. I don't know if I should be drinking this. gonna drink it, am I? No, I'll just make myself another one. Right, I've laid everything out here in the order of which they're going to be used. The only thing that I need to do, I'm going to cut this up and put some deionized water. I love a bit of deionized water in there for cleaning between each process. And the next thing is this water heater. I don't know how that works. But, so the electrolyte has got to get to, I think it's about 30 degrees if I'm not mistaken. I thought there might be a little light on there somewhere. I'm probably missing something. Yeah, there's a light. There is a light. I suppose if it was in an aquarium you'd be able to see that light. In this stuff it's not so easy. But I've got one of these from my old photography days. Should tell me what temperature is. If I had my glasses. Here's a pair. I'll fix these someday. Yeah, that's 25 from there. I've had that since school days, like 40 years ago. It's mad, isn't it? So, right. I've got this, which is where I'm going to hang my bits off of. That's the bus bar. I'll do a quick bit of reading. And then I'm going to come back and actually try a little bit of electroplate and see how it goes.